So should you guys be buying a flat in Dubai? I'm going to talk to you guys today about why I might be looking to buy something in Dubai, and obviously if I do, I'm going to keep you guys updated with it. But why actually the Dubai market might be a lucrative market, and actually I believe you might or should be investing in it as well. And actually there are ways you could buy a property in Dubai, pay half the amount and pay the other half over the next 2 or 3 years, and it's permissible. Are you crazy? But don't worry, stay until the end. I'm gonna go through it all, I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna explain exactly why UAE might be the place. So I'm gonna tell you something interesting. I was looking to buy a property in Dubai last year in October, November. I was gonna buy the property for 900,000 dirhams. Now 900,000 dirhams works out to be divided by 5, just under 200,000 pounds. 5 months later, that same property that I was looking to buy is now worth 1.3 million. As in, it's gone up 400,000 dirhams. That's close to 70,000-80,000 pounds. So trust me when I say that if you look in the right area, if you're investing in the right area, the right place, Dubai is a great place to invest for property. Now you guys are gonna be like, well, why don't I just invest in UK? Well, which property is gonna go up nearly 60 to 70% in a matter of 5-6 months? Now, obviously I'm gonna explain why a flat would go up that much, and I'm going to explain how you guys could actually afford it and the things you need to look out to make it a permissible purchase. So now, why do I believe that the Dubai market is actually going to be very lucrative? That you should invest in Dubai rather than the UK. You see, a lot of people now are starting to leave the UK. Let me explain it like this. If you have a job in the UK, many people are starting to work remotely, and therefore people are working from home. Now, companies are realizing, and rather employees are realizing, if they can work from home, that means they can work from anywhere in the world. And if they can work from anywhere in the world, that means you don't necessarily need to live in the UK to work a job from the UK. So places like Dubai, where the sun is beaming all year round and a lot of tourists like to come. By the way, I don't actually intend on living in Dubai, but it's a great place for many people to live in and people love it. So the property market, the property prices are only going to go up. But now, how can you guys buy a property, a flat, in a halal manner, in a halal way, without paying it all up front? So I'm going to have to break this down for you, but let's go over, first of all, Dubai does offer some ways where you can basically have a property and pay over months, or years rather. How does that work? So that basically means a property which maybe has not been fully developed yet is in the market, it's available, you could purchase that property, and in another 3 or 4 years time, that property will basically become yours. You will pay the whatever amount. Let's say it's 1 million dirhams, 1 million dirhams, which is 200,000 pounds roughly, over 4 years. So you need to pay that amount. Now you could put down 40,000 pound deposit or 50,000 pound deposit. You could put that down initially, and then you have to pay 160, 150,000 over the next 4 years. Now that might sound crazy, and obviously this isn't for everyone, but you need to be able to pull out 150,000 pound, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Basically, there are those great, reliable and reputable companies like Amar and Damak, I think it is. Those guys are great. And so obviously now, if you go with them, as you want to invest your money with them and they are basically building your property, then the chances, or let's not say the chances necessarily, but they are reliable. They're those trustworthy guys that are going to build the property for you, and in essence, you're putting your money in safe hands. But what are the sort of things you guys need to look out for to make it permissible, and to basically look out for, and this can be applied to other things as well, what are the sort of things you need to look out for? Now, obviously, you need to look out for when you are making these payments. If you do not make the payment on time, then do they charge a late fee? Now, I do know that Emar, from the ones that I've checked, do not charge a late fee. Listen, Dubai it's a Muslim country, and so the way they're working these structures, the structure is how it's worked is, they won't charge a late fee, but you'll get in trouble if you're not paying on time. You know, your credit history might get affected, or so on and so forth. So they don't charge late fees if you do not pay in time. You also need to make sure that the company that is in essence providing this finance to you, because in its essence, it's a finance, right? It's a finance agreement as such. The company that is providing the finance agreement to you is also the company that owns the property. And in this case of Emar, that is the case. And so, alhamdulillah, you know, for the ones that I've checked, you do need to check yourselves. I'm not saying every structure of this sort is halal, no. And so I'm editing this video and I thought, I'm not gonna lie, it's not nice that I'm not plugging you guys with who I might be using. So I'm actually gonna be using one of my good friends' mum. She's amazing, she's like top notch, I'm not gonna lie, and she's really trustworthy. So I'm going to be using her when I am looking to get something in Dubai, probably in the next month again. I will keep you updated with it. I will leave her number and I will leave her details in the description below. If you guys are interested, hit her up on WhatsApp. She'll give you the details of what's available, what's not available. I'm not getting paid to say this, but obviously I'm just trying to plug you guys as well. So then if you say you take out one of these agreements and you basically look to buy a flat, this is mainly talking about the flats and the opportunities where the house has or flat has not been built yet. Villas and apartments and flats that have not yet been built. So you need to look out for, obviously, you can't go down the whole mortgage route. It might have interest, or it probably will have interest on it. You can't go down an agreement which has late fees involved. That's not permissible. You need to make sure that the company that you're going into this agreement with also owns what you are in essence buying. And so these are very important points. And I would also say, factor these in when it comes to other things as well. This also applies like car financing and other things. However, do also check every agreement with someone of knowledge. Every agreement will vary, but I will say, to give you guys an idea, you should definitely look at getting flats in Dubai. Now, for example, if you're looking at rent, not only are these properties going up in value, which is, by the way, a very, very real thing, and the demand is so high for properties in Dubai. It's a great market to invest in, but not only is it better in Dubai, why? Because you can put these on rent now in another year or 2 years when they've been developed. You can put these houses on rent. The money you're making is also tax-free. I mean, it is slightly more, but even if we say it's not more, like more than UK, even if it's the same, just the fact that you're not paying tax on that amount is obviously going to be a lot more lucrative. Now, if you make it a holiday home and it's a nice place, a nice beachfront, a nice view and all that, then obviously you will be able to make crazy amounts of rent on the fact that you have a holiday home in Dubai. But for that, you will need to make a high investment. You will need to be probably investing closer to the 2 million mark, which works out to be about £400,000. But now if you put in 70, 80,000 pounds as a deposit, so the deposit is definitely going to be higher. There is a way to pay that amount off over 3-4 months. You need to pay about 5% every single 3 or 4 months. And if you can afford to do that over the next 4 or 5 years, it might mean that you have to work hard and you have to put in the effort, the grind and whatnot. Maybe 3 or 4 people do it together. I don't know. But the point is, it is a way for you to buy property in Dubai and actually make it lucrative and have it permissible. So I don't know if I'm going to be going down this route or not, but I will keep you updated. Obviously, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because trust me, obviously, if I go and buy something, I'm going to let you guys know on how I went about it. Like this video if you haven't already. Share with your family, your friends. That's all from me today. Wa jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.